ends. Back in. Wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Yeah.
I just hike the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plans. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. Wake up, the champs is in. Champion. We want back ends.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it second down.
Lock in. Lock in.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Lion.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Run. Here we go. 180. Go. Here, flag.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Let's go. Run the ball after this.
Play action. It's Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. Run the ball after this.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Gotta go.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They go play action. Trubisky, he's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Trubisky on 1st down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Trubisky now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Nigel Bradham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And Parkey's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And out now come the Eagles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Shorty. Run.
Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. The 30, 20. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Lion.
They'll run it now with Pumphrey. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Man flag 7. Hey, other side, solid.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball neat.
They've got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. It's Burton. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
18.
Now it's Trubisky. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Lane 5-3.
Throwing on first is Wentz. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, 18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Trubisky. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Parkey's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
This one taken just inside the 10. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Good chip. Ram.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Go. Black. Trey 15.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Stand. 82. That's it. Lion. Great.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
That's 5-7. That's it. Ram.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Run. Hey, other side, solid. There,
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Wentz. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And down inside the 15 he goes. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They begin the drive with Pumphrey. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. The All-Pro in two positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Lion.
Wentz to throw on second down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
81. Trey 15. 81.
Now Wentz. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Trey 15. Liz. 5-7. Fix that. Chip. Fix that.
Wentz gonna throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Akeem Hicks coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Red, up. Hey, 18.
On second down, here's Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 4.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Black, come on. Black, come on. Black. Shorty. Black, come on. Here, shift.
To throw is Wentz. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Lion.
Now Wentz. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
81. Run. Black, come on.
Wentz now on 1st down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Ram. Lefty. Shift. 82-14.
And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Lefty. Check. Two jack.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Breaks through the contact. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, spinning away. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They start on the ground with Pumphrey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Again, it's Pumphrey. Pass, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game, that one and taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round. First step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.